Hi and welcome on Moessieurs. My name is Joel Borg. I'm the official Yamaha Music France specialist for the MODX M and the Montage M synthesizers. And the today's topic is all my advices to test in the best way the MODX M in your local store. Do not miss that video because I will give you a lot of advices to do it in the best way. Just before to start, I remind to you, if you like the video content, please click on like and also click on the boost to bring up that video in the YouTube advices.
To properly test the brand new MODX M in store, I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks to make sure everything goes smoothly for you. That advice applies too if you have received your MODX M at home to made your first overview. For my first advice, you need to ask the store if this is possible. It's about bring your own headphones, the ones you usually work with, to have the same listening conditions as you do at home. You'll be more comfortable and it will give you a very good reference point. It will also allow you to be isolated. You'll be in a music store. There will be other people testings too. Nobody can hear everything you're doing on the keyboard to test it, and you can test quietly with your headphones. The second thing to do is not to rush into the performances to test lots of sounds. On MODX M, most of the navigation is done on the screen. There are new encoders, more buttons than on MODX and MODX Plus, but there's still a lot going on the screen, like selecting a live set as example. I'm left-handed, so if someone who was right-hand came before you and knows how to calibrate the screen and calibrated it for a right hand, when you come along with your left hand, you can think the screen isn't responding properly. I'm going to show you all the basic settings for a great MODX M testing. Let's go to Utility. We'll go to Settings here, then to System at the bottom. And here, in System at the right top screen, there is the Calibrate touch panel. Press on it and just touch the little white squares. There you go, it's ready for you to use at your fingertips. Please, mention it to the store salesperson, I've calibrated the screen. If you want to do a demo later, you'll need to calibrate it at your finger. As I did in my first video, I deliberately left the knob flash on. If you're worried that it might distract you, you can turn off the knob flash here on the same screen. And what I strongly advise you is to turn off the beep. Because if you're on monitors on testing, it will done beep all the time you touch the screen. It can be boring for people around you in the store. We're not going to go into all the settings here. There are 34-27 performances on the MODX M. We're on this first performance. You're not going to do them all one by one with the increase and decrease buttons like that. They're organized by instrument category, starting with the acoustic pianos. Let's see how can you discovering and navigate them as quickly and efficiently as possible. You won't have the whole day for testing, and there may be other people who want to try the MODX M synthesizer. I suggest you to go to the live sets here. They are shortcuts that call up performances you navigate on the screen. Here we have the preset and user banks. Let's go to the presets, and you can navigate through the pages with the arrows on the screen like this. In the presets, you have the first page, Best of MODX M1 page with 16 slots. You have a piano, Poly Dreams, which is an ANX performance, and you have this amazing performance here. It sounds good, but perhaps you don't really know how to play classical music if you are more jazz, pop or rock player. You have a button called Audition. There, you have short MIDI musical phrases that have been recorded by professional Yamaha artists. That will give you a taste of the best listening, but not only that. You'll use your ears, but you'll see, there are things that might change here with the super knob. Here with the scene memories. On arrangers, it's a bit like registrations. These are some settings types that can be saved on them. Maybe you'll see the Assign 1 and Assign 2 buttons lighting up. So, when you want to play, you will know you can press here, or turn this knob here, or if the seller did things properly, you have an FC7 pedal connected to the FC2 port, and you'll be able to use the pedal for the super knob control. Let's listening this performance. You see, we finished like this, and Audition shows you a lot of things. Perhaps for some modern sounds, Audition will help you too. You might think, this pad looks good, but I don't really know what to do with it. Audition allows you to listen to what it sounds like, the MIDI phrase giving you an idea of the sound designer who created this performance to help you understand what he wanted to achieve with this sound. I'm not going to play them all, otherwise it would take too long. Here we have the best of 1, best of 2, and you have the best of 3 acoustic pianos, including the Imperial, the Hamburg, and the CFX2 as a reminder, the electric pianos, the ANX, the FMX, and the hybrid synthesizers, and so on. Once you've tested all of this, believe me, you'll have already had a great time, right up to the drums performances. There's no performance where nothing is assigned as controller. Try to move the super knob, the modulation wheel, press the buttons, hear what happens. Check scene memories, don't hesitate, it's all there at your fingertips. Subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when my new videos are online. Now, if you're thinking you covered everything in live set, but you want to focus a bit more on a specific sound category, because these are sounds you are using a lot on stage and you really like to hear, you need to go to category search. I'm not going to give you a full lesson on category search, that's not the purpose of this video. We're right on the performance name selected to go on the category search performance tab. And here we are, we can select categories. If you want to test electric pianos, keyboards, RDs, WRs, I'm not allowed to mention the brands. You can use the encoders that you now have on the MODX M to scroll through the pages like this. Subcategory. Depend on the category selected. I want to test FM performances. Now you only have FM electric piano. All the performances written in blue mean that there isn't just one sound, one part. You can have 8 parts under direct keyboard control, what we call keyboard control, which can be played simultaneously in layers or splits. When it's blue, it means there are at least 2, up to 8 parts. You won't have more than that on preset factory performances, except for Smart Morph. Parts 9 to 16 are for using with a master keyboard or sequencer software, or building the Smart Morph performances. If a performance is green, it means it's a single part performance, only one part is in the performance. For selected searching, I suggest you to remove category selection first and go to attribute. There you can filter by AWM2, FMX, or ANX, the 3 synthesis engines. Motion control is what uses all the movements, motion sequences. It can also handle arpeggios. The SSS, seamless sound switching, means performance changing from one to the other without sound cutting. This means that on MODX M, you can have a maximum of 6 parts inside the performance to keep SSS. There are also Smart Morph, if you'd like to hear what Smart Morphs is, available for FMX or ANX performances only. To only search single-part performances, simply do this. Then you have all the Motif XF performances here by selecting them, or the first montage generation, MODX M version 1.0. Others will be added later with new operating system updates. On multiparts performances, you can see the parts number directly with the small white dots. I won't go any further on this screen. Now, you can focus on a more specific sound category that interests you and that you can test. Let's go back to the live sets. I'm going to look in the Synthesizers page. We're not going to delve into FM synthesis. Let's go to the hybrid synths. This one, the warm soft string. A very nice synth string sound. If you want to edit it a little, you're not going to be able to edit every single part that makes up its performance in a store testing. That can be a bit time-consuming. Make sure you're in common level. Here, you have the quick edit. This will allow you to quickly adjust, as example, the cutoff here on the tone control for all the parts of this performance. You have this little overlay screen. If you want to exit, just press exit. You have various settings you can adjust. They appears on the screen. I'll show them to you simply like this. These are the assignable knobs. Destinations under control are different between each performance. You want to adjust the parts volumes. It's very simple. On the MODX M, you have 8 faders. Take a look on the screen capture. There's, I would say, a small shadow there. Until I reach the point up with this small shadow, the volume won't change. I have to reach it. Be careful, do not to touch the knobs. As you can see, it's quite sensitive. Here we are at the volume control for the individual parts. I can now go to the level of the components that make up these parts. This is ANX. These are oscillators and noise. You could also check the audio volume for information. If you really want to get into more details about how a performance or a part is built, let's search one other performance. I like this one, String du Soleil, with a French name by the way, an ANX part. Right, you like to see how it's work. The important button, which is brand new on the MODX M, compared to the MODX and MODX Plus, is this navigation button. This button has 2 uses. I'm at the part level. That means I can see the 3 oscillators and the noise that make up this sound. Simply click on Filter to see the filter, and you're there directly. No need to navigate through all the screens, no need to go back. Click Navigation again, and it shows you that you were on the filter. Now you want to see the insert effect. To look what have it is, a classic flanger. You can click Performance to go to Performance View and navigate whenever you want. Here, I was on the part, so the basic sound settings that are in this performance. If I had several sounds, and I wanted to see what's available at the performance common level, like the reverb or the variation effect, set here to the common level. It's not just about quick navigation, it also shows you the workflow, the path our sound, our parts take. There you go. They'll go through here, follow the diagram. This also helps you understand what's happening in this MODX M to create all these amazing performances. Don't hesitate, as a reminder, to use the scene memories. When they're activated, as you've heard, we have effect settings here. Not just volume, not just keyboard control activate or unactivate. It can be filter changes. We can have many things programmed into these scene memories. Let's talk about the split on the MODX M keyboard. You can now create splits by group. We can have up to 4 split points per group. This is for grouping, to avoid doing them on each part one by one. Here you have 4 zones to create 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 parts, for example, or 2 plus 3 plus 1, there you go. You're not limited to 4 zone. Let's change the display mode. You can do that too. Change the display mode, see what you have. And specifically for creating split points, we need this one. We have all the views with the virtual ribbon. If you want to play around with synthesizer sounds, you have the virtual ribbon right here. For each part here, you can define its split point directly by pressing the keyboard slot and selecting the point on the keyboard, just like this. Obviously, this is going to take a little longer time. I'm going to add another part, randomly here, just for the example. You can have up to 8 splits in that performance if you want. With a MODX M6, 8 splits will really need to be small interventions to play. For each part if you need, you can do a dedicate split here. Using the split button and screen lets you group several parts on the same zone, up to 4 zones more quickly. To finish this video, a point asked to me on a Facebook group. Let's see the tap tempo to have direct access to the performance tempo. That performance tempo is up there, it's 65. As soon as you press tap tempo, it opens the tap tempo screen. And you see, there you go, 3 beats to get the tempo you need. To exit, press performance button, or press exit to come back. It's very smooth, very fast. You can also set a foot switch pedal to do that, without screen change in that case. For a performance using arpeggios, tap tempo will be perfect for set the one you want. That's video ending. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found the content interesting. Feel free to click on like, and I also invite you to click on the boost button to highlight this video in YouTube suggestions. As official Yamaha expert and specialist, if you want to learn more quickly how to use or take in hand your Montage M, MODX M, ESP, Camelot Pro, or any of the Yamaha synthesizers and stage keyboards that I use, or also Cubase MIDI and audio recording with them, you can request an online masterclass with me. You choose your session topic, and you can download your session video to watch it as many times as you need. If you are a Moessieurs YouTube community member, you will get 15 minutes extra time for each session. How to become a member? Just sign up on YouTube. It's a monthly subscription of €3, and you'll get more than just the 15 minutes extra time. You'll get to see all my videos in preview, without ads, almost 1 month in advance, as well as my private videos without ads too. Don't hesitate to join the Moessieurs YouTube community. See you soon for a new Moessieurs video.